Hey, welcome back, fam. I apologize for that little hiccup, but I'd like to say that we're continuing this streak with this video right here and showing you guys right here how I actually set up and how I kind of just chill and sit there before actually hitting my set of dumbbell presses. And actually, before each set of dumbbell presses, I did a set of seal rows since back development, building up my back is actually a big priority of mine right now. So I kind of flipped the script, flipped the normal way of doing things. Now the topic of this video, I think it fits what I'm doing right here, which is just chilling, just waiting there with the weight, not really rushing into my set, which is what I used to do in the past. The topic of this video is patience, and the word patience is defined as the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. So basically, it's being able to put up with how slow something might be, being able to put up with obstacles, being able to put up with pain without letting that discourage you, without giving up, without getting pissed off by how slow or how painful or how troublesome whatever your undertaking happens to be. Now, patience is one of those things that obviously is going to help you if you can have it, if you can have patience. Granted, all of the other factors involved, all of the other real inputs are held constant. You have one person who's patient, one person who's impatient, and they put in the same amount of effort, have the same knowledge, the same genetics, they're practically twins, etc., etc., etc. The person who is patient will most likely not give up, of course. He'll end up having better results in the long run at a given task compared to his twin brother who is impatient. Now, what greatly influences your patience is your expectations. It's your goal, your short and medium and long-term goals, as well as your understanding of what can be done in a week, in a month, in a year. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how I currently, and for the last, well, basically, honestly, guys, since I began, this is how I have perceived building muscle and gaining strength from the beginning, personally, guys. And I know this is a lot different from how a lot of people look at building themselves, and even different from how a lot of leader type this is going to be different than how a lot of people actually recommend you go into a specific task. And that is that so many people you'll hear give the advice that you guys should visualize what you want to become and strive towards that. Imagine yourself with this much muscle, and your chest is this big, you look this sort of way, you have this kind of aesthetic, or that you can imagine you can bench 500 pounds and work your way there, or imagine you could do this or that. And now that's an interesting way of thinking about that. And I actually do visualize myself in terms of other things, such as financial or this and that. But I guess that's the whole idea of seeing the end result and letting itself manifest by constantly looking at that, right? Now, the problem is this. Imagine a beginner. It may be you, for example. This person is visualizing the extremely jacked version of himself. That's his goal, right? That's what he wants to get to. He has no idea how long it's going to take him to get there. For example, naturally, it probably is going to take this kid 5 to 15 years to get to that image that he has in his head, right? Probably needs some drugs too to get to that point if he's really messed up in the head. But it's going to take a really long time for this person to get to that point, because that's how he visualizes his success. That's how he visualizes him gaining muscle and building strength. That's one of his tools. Now, I'm not saying that's not the way to do things, but the way that I have entered into this endeavor has been to look at where I'm at a given time. For example, when I started lifting weights, I think I was probably around 5 foot, maybe 5'2" max. And I was 15 and a half years old. I weighed 120 pounds. And I didn't necessarily tell myself, I want to be X amount of weight or have X amount of muscle, be able to lift X amount by a specific date. And there's other things in life where that's exactly what you should do. But when it comes to, I seriously feel like when it comes to bodybuilding, I think it's way, 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 way better just to be completely brutally honest with where you are right now, and then combined with understanding and learning nutrition and training and applying the principles that I'm constantly obliterating you with in every single video, using those principles, applying them to your current state, minus expectations, minus building yourself into this vision you have in your head. Now, I know that's probably what you should do for other areas of your life, but when it comes to your physique, I honestly feel like you just build upon yourself as is, and then you build on that, and you build on that, and it's just this daily thing. So instead of entering the gym expecting to get to this some place and some level of development in which really the only thing that can happen is, if that doesn't occur, you're just going to get let down. You'll just be discouraged. It'll make you impatient. Boom, you might even quit. I've seen thousands of people quit. And here I am 9 years into this. Instead of doing that, guys, I highly recommend be brutally honest with yourself and see where you are now and just build on yourself in this moment. And that's a picture of me right there from this workout that I'm going to use as the thumbnail. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.
How was that fireball shot, Mom? How'd you like it?
No, I don't like it.
Somewhere around there.
What did it taste like?
10, so I think that's what it's going to be.
Like fire.
As always.
Like fire?